We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the Washington football team. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Takes over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
They start on the ground with Geis. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd and 7, Haskins. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
58, right over there, Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Oh, here we go.
Out of the shotgun, Haskins. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Rock Ya-Sin. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
The 43-yard line.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Taylor. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13.
A gain of a yard.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Eason on second down. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy.
Is good. Makes the score Colts 7, Washington nothing. Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
On 2nd and 12, Haskins into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Taylor, and he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
28, Jonathan Taylor.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. Free, Taylor lost it, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll run the toss here with Taylor. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Colts add on to their lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Haskins. On the screen, this is Edmonds. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That catch good for only a couple.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Haskins. Yet again, Haskins is intercepted. Third time. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
First and 10.
So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. The ball is free. Taylor lost it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On 3rd down, here's Taylor. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
9-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And the drive begins with a run by Geis. They'll have a 1st down past the 40. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo.
Back to the ground on 1st. It's Geis. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Here's Haskins out of the gun. And he finds McLaurin. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 32-yard line. It's a 1st down Washington on a pickup of 18.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
58, Mike. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Edmonds running out of the shotgun. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Gain of a yard.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Escaping the pressure right. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big 3rd down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
3rd down. Here's Haskins. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Trevor Williams with a pick. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
At their own 12.
We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. The give to Taylor. And some room to roam now. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, 87 yards. And the Colts are able to grow their lead.
Dan Bailey lining up.
And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Right there. 54, right there, right there.
On 2nd and 12, Haskins. That one is slant to McLaurin. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 34-yard line.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12.
Let's get in there. Let's get in there now. Check it back until it's a 6. Run it now.
From the gun, it's Haskins. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
It'll be just an 18-yard punt. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. On 1st down, Taylor. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 16. Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And this, you'd hate to say that a drive in the first half must end in points, but you're down 21-0. They're going to have to get something going fairly quickly.
I would agree totally with that because if you're going to mount the comeback, it's going to have to come in bits and pieces. It doesn't just all come at one time, right? We haven't seen anything more than a 6-point touchdown ever in this game, right? So that's how it has to be done. Get points on the board now. Start your comeback, but you're exactly right. Let's get it going right here in this spot.
Haskins on 3rd down. Open man is Sims. He's got it. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Haskins. Open man here, Sims complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Operating from the gun, Haskins. He'll get this to his running back, Edmonds. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Haskins going to throw again. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards on the play. Throwing again, here's Haskins. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Rock Ya-Sin. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Let's see what you got. 58, come on. 58, come on.
Haskins back to the air. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Christian Kirk in the final seconds of the first half. And Washington able to cut into that deficit. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. 4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
25-yard line. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. Eason and the Colts now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll start with a give to Taylor. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They run once more with Taylor. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
3rd down.
From the gun is Eason. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home.
To me, the defense was looking a little gassed near the end of the first half, but they've come out of the locker room with a little extra spring in their step. Wonder what they did at halftime to get them so motivated.
I don't know, but that sack looked good. Now let's see if they can build on the momentum of that play. Taken from just outside the 30. And a 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And, Charles, they trail by a couple of scores, but if they can put a good drive together here and go a long way toward getting them back in this football game.
And if you're looking at a checklist of things that they need to do in the second half, job number 1 was getting a stop, wasn't it? So, big check right there. Now they want to see if their offense can build on that momentum.
45-yard line.
Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
On 1st down, this is Geis. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 47-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Haskins steps away to his left. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 38. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard.
It's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
Second down, here's Eason. Going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. Through an opening, and there he goes. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington.
touchdown.
Well, it certainly looked to me like he tapped into the quarterback's thought process there. And what I'm hearing more and more when I go around the league, defenders sitting in on quarterback meetings trying to learn more about how they think so they can be in the right position, to be in the right spot, as he was there to pick that one off and take it all the way back for a touchdown.
Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. And this time he gets it to go as it is up and good.
Colts 21, Washington 13.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Eason going to throw it out of the shotgun. That's complete to his running back, Taylor. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 16 yards the pickup there. The Colts have a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Looking deep for Hilton. And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. And the lead is up to 15 now.
Makes the score Colts 28, Washington 13.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next? And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 29. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
Yeah, we dominate today.
This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Here's Bailey now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
35, Washington 13. Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
58, boys, 58, 58.
They stay on the ground. Geis again. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. We'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
A gain of 2.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
They'll try and get it with Geis. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Let's get it.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
And they'll indeed go for it with Haskins. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Here's Taylor. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Back at the 35-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Again, it's Taylor. Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now to 3rd and 6.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there. And I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory, and as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think you may want to keep them cranking high right here.
Gain of 3 yards.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
38.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. And he'll be taken down inside Indy's 15-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 62 yards.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. shotgun handoff now to Geis. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. From the gun, Haskins. And now here's another interception. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Ball carrier.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Colts on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. On the draw is Taylor. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And he fields it cleanly. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Haskins and the Washington offense going to come up here 1st and 10 at their own 43. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Haskins. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 32. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 37. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
The ball carrier.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Taken down at the 43.
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
The Colts on third down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 4. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10.
And a Colts first down.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
They're not ready for this. They still playing
And they take a knee. Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And really, it looked at times like they just had this one in cruise control out there.
Yeah, they deserve a ton of credit because you and I both know, heck, they knew. This is a tough place to play. Overcame that with ease, romped home with an easy win. And here's the best part for them. It'd be easy to get to the airport because the crowd left pretty early in this one, didn't it?
Well, plus they have a police escort.
Okay, you had to spoil that part of it. Of course, they're going to get there. But think about how wide open things are now because this crowd didn't expect this.
No.
So they went back to the tailgate and said, let's go eat. This one isn't any fun for us.
Yeah, they took the drama out of this one pretty early on. So for Indianapolis, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll be back home next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for Washington, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And they'll get a home date next week against the Minnesota Vikings. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.